All right, mic check, 1 2 1 2. New thing I'm doing during practice now. I'm doing a little mic check. So if you're listening out there on the stream right now, you can let me know how it sounds compared to the audio of the cars and stuff on the track. But this is a mic check, 1 2 1 2. There's somebody named Mike out there. That'd be even cool if you answered. Now just testing how I sound in the car. Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. Everything should be good. Hello, guys. Welcome in as we get ready to race here at Southern National Motorsports Park. Just watching the last 11 minutes of practice or so before they wrap it up and get ready for qualifying tonight. Got a few changes we'll talk about here once we go on the air in, again, about, I'd say 12 minutes or so right before qualifying. We'll go on the air and we'll start going over everything for this big race tonight as we celebrate Rocktober at Southern National Motorsports Park. So stand by, and we'll be racing here in just a few minutes.
It's time for live racing action with the Short Track Super League Tour Modified Exclusive Series, presented by Ryco Motorsports. Find your speed today at ryco-motorsports.com. Now, let's join Captain TV Sim Racing Broadcasting live from Southern National Motorsports Park.
Kenly, North Carolina is the spot, and we are here tonight for race number 4 of the Short Track Super League in the Ryco Motorsports Tour Modified Exclusive Series. Welcome in tonight to Rocktoberfest as we begin the month of October officially today, October 1st, and we are in North Carolina at Southern National Motorsports Park, a track that I like to call Little Bristol. Yes, and I have my reasons behind it. It's a high bank, very fast track, and that is where we are tonight for round number 4 of this Short Track Super League tonight. Welcome in. I am the captain, Chris Scala. Appreciate you joining us this evening as we get ready for 100 laps of racing on a double points night and so much more. Qualifying about to take off here, and we're going to watch it and talk about what is going on tonight, because there have been some changes when it comes to the format of the race and things like that. So let's go to it right now. Of course, this is an open setup series that these guys run in each and every Thursday night. So these guys bring their A games each and every week, and we look forward to seeing their action tonight. Now, there has been some changes to the last chance qualifying format. So they're sticking with the same top 10 in the field in qualifying here. Move on to the feature race right away. All right. So real quickly, here's where we are. So Southern National Motorsports Park. It's a 4/10 mile track in Kenly, North Carolina. 74 degrees tonight, 66% humidity, and 4-mile-an-hour winds, clear skies. A perfect Thursday night. So, as I was starting to say, tonight when we get on the track here, the top 10 in the field will make the feature right away. So right now, as you see, all the way down to, well, now Perto, as Quadras just put in a pretty good lap there. As you'll see the qualifying laps down there at the bottom, the times. Basically from there, tonight, the last chance qualifiers are simply 25-lap races. So instead of a time limit, instead of caution laps not counting, tonight it is just straight up 25-lap race with caution laps counting. So that should ease all the confusion, and hopefully we'll get some good racing on. Of course, 5 cars from each race will move on to the 25-car 100-lap main event. 2 green-white checkers, no fast repairs, and yeah, we'll see who can win the second of 4 double points nights in this series. Of course, reviewing the winners so far, well, it's been one team so far that has dominated this whole entire series, and that, of course, consists of Kyle Ely, the Martinsville and Langley winners, and the Bullring winner, Brandon Wilkinson, all from one team. Now, Ely will start tonight from the back because of the EOL rule. As part of the winning the race, you get EOL'd as part of it. So that's basically how the format's going to go. So we have just finished up with qualifying, and now we are going to get set for some racing. And if you're ready, let's go to the starting lineup as we get ready for the start of heat race number 1 here in Southern National Motorsports Park, Kenly, North Carolina. The location, hopefully you're enjoying your Thursday evening. Taking a look at the starting grid for the race. There it is. I was just kind of stalling there. Ken Zames, he'll start on the pole, 12.7 seconds. Laps around here really fast. Amy Catalano will start second. Pete Polini starting inside of row number 2 alongside Nathan Wenzel. Michael Benedetto, Ken Byron, the Floridian, will start there in 6. Mike Carlson, Brian Smith will start in row number 4. Steve Costley, Kevin Anderson, row number 5. Kevin Davis and Amy Catalano, apparently there's 2 of them, will start in the 11th and 12th position. Pardon me, I just realized I forgot to do something. Sorry. I hate when I do that. There's the audio. Everything's good to go. So again, 25 laps will be tonight. How this will run, and yeah, caution laps will count. So if they wreck, the laps will keep counting, and so on and so forth, and we will go from there. Look at these beautiful cars. as they'll get ready to grid here for 2 laps. And, well, I got a minute. You know what? Let's talk to the man who has the best average finish so far in the 3 races we've run on the season. Anybody got a guess? Anyone? Bueller? Nope. It's actually a tricky question because you would say, okay, well, it should be Brandon Wilkinson or that's an interesting challenge I'm having here because, well, let's do this. I'm going to drag him there. Here we go. Hey, people in, you got a copy? Hey, Pete, we'll make it short and sweet here as you get ready to start your heat race. Going to be some quick caution laps. Talk about the car tonight. How's it feeling? All right, Pete. Well, you got the best average finish so far in the 3 races, you and your teammate Aaron Johnson. So hopefully you can work on that average and build it back up, and maybe, who knows, go to victory lane tonight. All right, buddy. Best of luck. Going green. Pete Polini, the man behind Ryco Motorsports. Going to start there in the 3rd position. He is on the inside there in that number 91 car. Here we go, coming to the green for 25 laps of heat racing action at Southern National Motorsports Park. Let's do it! Teammates on the inside there are Zames and Catalano, 1-2. This is a bottom feeding track, as I called it, Little Bristol. If you go back to the old Bristol days, this is what it was like. Get to the bottom and be there quickly, as this very high bank track of 17 degrees, but very fast. Oh, contact! Polini into the back of the 64. A little bit of the chrome horn being used there, and a little 3-wide action now off 4. Oh, contact! Catalano hard in the wall. Mike Carlson also involved. That was just not pretty looking. So caution out for the first time, as we'll go back and look at the replay here. The 64 does not get a good start at all. She was struggling up there in that high side. Gets to the bottom there, but pushes back up the track. Drives it in a little too deep there. And she has the 03 of Nathan Wenzel on her inside. And from there, it just kind of, she gets loose, gets forced up the track, and then they come 3 wide off. And you see the 3 car kind of the man in the middle, and bam, bam, bam. Caution comes out for the first time. It's a tough break as we complete lap number 5. So Reese did not start the race. Corey Reese, so unfortunately Corey will not make the main event tonight. If you're watching tonight on the stream, you can join us, of course. Feel free to chat it up with me, as I do like chatting with viewers and stuff, and we can discuss some of the action you're seeing out there on the track tonight. And if you have questions about the league, maybe you want to join it, or if you even want to check out the head sponsor, which of course is Ryco Motorsports. They have a website right there at the bottom in the race info page you can check out, ryco-motorsports.com. Laps should go quickly here. So yeah, pace car lights are out, and we'll go back racing here at lap number 8. Again, no time limits to worry about, anything like that. It's straight up laps. Mike Carlson, unfortunately, still on pit road. Looks like now going to take that number 3 behind the wall. Too damaged to get finished as Ken Zames brings him back to the green flag. Wenzel, Polini, Byron on that outside there in that 10 car. And Michael Benedetto, your top 5 now as they go down to turn number 3 and 4. Packed house here tonight in a small little town in North Carolina in Wilson County. Lap time's at 13 seconds right now. Tire's going to fall off pretty well. As you see a pass here for the 6th position move, Kevin Anderson up to 6th. Getting past Brian Smith. Of course, these guys trying to get up there to the transfer position, which is the 5th position. As we ride with Kevin Anderson, the New Jersey driver, trying to catch that 25. That is the transfer spot of Michael Benedetto's. We're 25 laps in. Oh, he's getting close. Chrome horn. See that 64 of Catalano? She's coming back up through the field after getting that car fixed. As already less than 10 laps to go in this heat race. Ken Zames going to have 1.5 second lead right now over Nathan Wenzel, who's trying to hold off Pete Polini there. But this is the best battle on the track for that transfer position. We'll keep an eye on it here. And look on the outside, Catalano making moves. She's making that work. I thought this was a bottom feeder track. Oh, almost a little door banging there. That's close. This allowed the 25 to kind of scoot away. 6 to go, and Catalano gets turned. The 21 gets a piece of it, Davis there, and for the second time tonight, Amy Catalano gets spun around. Let's see the replay here. Drives it in real close there. Drives it really deep to try to get the run off the corner there. And behind the 069 of Brian Smith, gets to the bottom. A little close racing there, down into the corner. And Brian just gets back to the throttle quicker. And Kevin Smith gets involved, or Kevin Davis, pardon me, gets involved. So caution 2 on the track. And should get about a 2-lap restart here, maybe an unofficial green-white checker. Pace car light's still on, so we might actually think we're going to actually have a green-white checker here. You see Ken Zames, Nathan Wenzel, Pete Polini there in 3rd. Ken Byron, Michael Benedetto. That's your top 5. Again, the top 5 from all 3 heat races. At least the top 5 will advance depending on who doesn't show up to the main event. All right, so we will have a green-white checker finish here. Let's see if Wenzel or Zames going to pull it out here as a pace car pulls off. And Wenzel gets a really good restart on that high side. Let's see if he go. You're getting close. Don't wreck now. You're in the main event. Polini to the inside for 2nd. And a white flag. Zames pulling away, and we got a battle for 5th. Down into turn 3. Benedetto pushes him up the track. Zames wins the heat race, and Benedetto gets the last transfer spot. As of right now, that could change, but Kenny Zames getting the win in heat race number 1 as we take a look at your results of heat race number 1. Ken Zames, Pete Polini, Nathan Wenzel, Ken Byron, Michael Benedetto. As of right now, those 5 will transfer. Kevin Anderson still could have a shot. Steve Costley, the Amy Catalano duo finishing 8th and 9th. Brian Smith, Kevin Davis, Mike Carlson, Corey Reese, unfortunately, finishing behind the wall. All right. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup for heat race number 2. Brandon Pirtle. He'll be on the pole there in that Carolina car. The number 9 will start on the pole, and the boss man, Michael Steffen, completes a Carolina 1-2-3. Daniel Hindre, he'll start third alongside Samuel Fontaine at 91. Coy Haslow will start next to Peyton Talbot. Ronald Redmond Jr., Matthew Telder, Mark Herzog, and Michael DeLong will start 9th and 10th. Robert Smith, and I believe Mike Johannes will not be in the heat race. Unfortunately, he had some issues with his car, and unfortunately is on his way back to the Northwest. And Bo Carl's supposed to start 13th, but I don't think he gridded either. It looks like 10 cars will start this race, if I'm seeing it right. Hello, Mimi. The only Mimi I know is the lady from Drew Carey. All right. So heat race number 2, same as the first, 25 laps. This probably will be the final race of the heat races because thinking about it, 10 qualify. Yeah, you had 13 and 13, so that's the rest of the field pretty much. So we'll see how that all goes. Here we go, green flag, heat 2. So if that's the case, then you're probably going to see 2 or 3 guys from the second race, or from the first race, and then another 2 or 3 extra guys from the second race advance. So, hey, 3 wide back here in a big wreck. No caution. Another car spun around back here. That's Fontaine. Sam's gone around, and then the other car was Matthew Telder as the leaders come up. Samuel just going to let those guys go by. Now caution comes out as we have trouble with DeLong and Haslow. So 3 wrecks all in a time of 1 lap pretty much. Brings out the first caution. Let's go back to the start and see the Matthew Telder wreck. And then we'll go to the other wreck. So here we go. Green flag's going to come out. See him getting kind of jumbled up, almost 3 wide here. That green and black car, yellow, oh, just doesn't get going. It looks like just, unfortunately, a little slower pace. And then there's that wreck, and then all of a sudden, down into turn 3. Oh, and wow. Oh, a very hard wreck. I've never seen a car hit bottom first like that. That's kind of ugly looking. But caution out for the first time here at lap number 5. 3 separate incidents on the track. I believe that was Coy that was having a hard time getting up to speed there. I could be wrong, but I may be right. So DeLong is taking his car behind the wall, and I believe Coy Haslow is still in the pits here as we'll get ready to come back to the green. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that was Coy. I couldn't tell. It was obviously helps when there's a number on the car. I couldn't figure it out, but I don't know if Coy just was off the pace or what. It just seemed like he wasn't able to get up to speed as those other cars around him, and he was just unfortunately in the way a little bit. Either way, we continue green now. Brandon Pirtle, Daniel Hindre, Michael Steffen, Mark Herzog, Matthew Towder, your top 5 now. Herzog started 9:30 up to the 4th position. Oh, Steffen going for 2nd. And he'll pass Hindre. Going to bring Herzog with him into 3rd. That 47 showing some speed. Oh, a little contact and the 47's around. It might even been a little net code. So Herzog gets turned and caution out for the 2nd time. Herzog doing a great job coming through the field, and I definitely want to see this because I think our good friend Mr. Netcode made an appearance. He passes a 71 there. He leaves the door open here. Oh, no, there was contact. I mean, ouch. Samuel Fontaine's like, I'm just going to hit the brakes. A caution out now for the 2nd time in a heat race. I don't want to be wrong here, but I want to say the rest of the field here who's left on the track should move on to the final, to the feature race. I could be wrong again. But to get to 25 cars, I'm assuming they would take the top 8 from the first race and 7 from the 2nd race. So as I mentioned down below is Ryko Motorsports' website. You can check it out, ryko-motorsports.com. If you're looking for open setups or some professional paint jobs on your car, make sure you check out the guys down at Ryko Motorsports, Performance and Paint. Of course, ryko-motorsports.com. Link right down there at the bottom for you to click and go get the information you need. The guys tonight are running the Ryko Motorsports team, running a Ryko Motorsports setup. So Pirtle, Steffen, Talbot, Redmond, Fontaine, your top 5 as we go back to racing. 7 laps to go this time. And all of a sudden, look at this. The sleeping giant Samuel Fontaine up to 4th. He's stopped on the track for 1 wreck. He's been in another wreck, and yet he's running 4th. The man I like to call Gru. And there's a reason behind it, but we'll talk about that later. And how about the boss man putting some pressure up here on Pirtle? 5 to go. And for 4th, that is Hendrick going by, and oh, Samuel turns him. And I put the broadcaster jinx on somebody. Looky there. All right, caution out for the 3rd time here, and that's going to lead to a green-white checkered finish in this heat race. '71's going to get a good run here off of turn 4, it looks like. And 71 makes the pass right there. 91's going to try to cross over there, and Samuel just drives it in there a little too deep, unfortunately. Nice job by Hindre to keep it off the wall there. And another card comes in there randomly and spins. Hey, when that happens. And that'll lead us to the green-white checker we're going to have. Should be getting 2 to go this time, so looks like we'll get 1 to go this time and get the green-white checkered in. And get ready for the main event coming up with 25 cars, 100 laps, double points night. As I mentioned, after this, the league, these guys like to do a little calm down race. And tonight they're actually doing, it's called the Eclectic Series. It's going to be at Fairbury in dirt street stocks. I think Fairbury is one of the newer tracks, I believe, on iRacing. So here we go. Pirtle, Steffen, Talbot, Redmond, Hindre, your top 5. Here we go. Back to racing in a green-white checkered. White flag for Pirtle. Steffen going to try to get to the bottom here if he can get some clean air on him. Not able to get the run. And out of turn 4, he gets a little loose, but Pirtle holds on, wins heat race number 2. Steffen, Talbot, Hindre, Redmond, Fontaine, and Telder should move on to the main event. And there we go. Field is officially set. So they'll get a little bit of a warm-up here. Sure, it's probably going to be about 2 minutes or so. It's usually not that long. So what I'm going to do real quickly is we'll step away and we'll come back. And we'll be right back here and we'll get you ready for the big show coming up. All right, back we are. And I just realized as we were, that's why I paused for a second as I was going to break. I'm like, I think I had the audio off of the cars the whole entire time. That's a bummer. Sorry about that, guys. But I got that issue fixed. Unfortunately, again, one-man show, so sometimes I'm going to make mistakes like that. So we'll move on, and at least we got the main event with the audio of the cars. So we'll look at the positives here, right? All right, field is gridding. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the main event. Rocktoberfest here at Southern National Motorsports Park. Kyle Ely, Wolfpack Motorsports, will start on the pole. His teammate Brandon Wilkinson will start second. Kyle Crane, he'll start there in the third position at 94 car. Zach Murphy on the outside there. Curran Beckler, Jake Brooks, they'll be row number 3. Row 4, Aaron Johnson, Tony Quadros, Brandon Hughes, Adam O'Brien. And then the heat race winners, 11th to 12th, Ken Zames and Brandon Pirtle. So happens when you put like 4 names together in one. Row number 7, Pete Pelini, Michael Steffen. Those guys finished second in their heat races. Nathan Wenzel, Peyton Talbot, row number 8. Ken Byron and Daniel Hindre, row number 9, and row number 10 will be Michael Benedetto and Ronald Redmond. You see Ely going to the back. That is part of the rules. If you win the previous week's race, you get EOL'd. You have to start in the back. Makes a little twist to it. Kevin Anderson, Samuel Fontaine. Row number 12, Steve Costley, Matthew Telder, and the final starter, Amy Catalano in the 164. So again, 100 laps will complete this race tonight. And it will be a quick 100 laps, as you saw with the 2 heat races there, being 25 laps apiece. All right, field coming into turn 3 and 4. Main event time. A feature, Rocktober Fest, beginning the month of October. Let's go racing! And Brandon Wilkinson with a really good start on the outside there. Oh, and contact back there, and they're 4 wide. They're still back here, 3 and 4 wide. The 9's up the track, that's Pirtle. We somehow complete that lap. Daniel Hindre, he joins the track. He is going to be 3 laps down to start this race. More 3 wide action back here. There's cars everywhere. Down into turn 3 and 4. In a good side-by-side battle. Let's move up here. There's Aaron Johnson. Johnson behind the 26 car there. Trying to make the pass for position as we ride with him. Ooh, little door bang in there. Little hip check action. Makes the pass. Action all over this track. That's what it's all about. Oh, one car spun at the bottom there. And caution is out. I believe it is Kevin Anderson. It is Kevin. Whew, wild. Let's see what happens to Kevin. Allen at 81, or he is in the 81, Allen to 14. Peyton Talbot. Talbot gets by. Here comes Ely working his way through the field already. Kyle up to the 16th position, rotating that bottom, doing a good job there. Takes the spot away from the 81. And here comes Catalano, who also started in the back, and there's the contact. Ouch. And the Moneymaker Mobile is unfortunately losing money. Ken in trouble there on lap number 7. Let's go. The old school way. Let's go on board with the 01 and see what he sees. Apparently there's a Catalano running for president. That's what I'm seeing up there in the front. Well, there's the contact right there, and away they go. The pace car lights are off. We'll go back racing here at lap number 12. In the Ryco Motorsports Tour Modified Exclusive Series, all part of the Short Track Super League. Race number 4 tonight. They race each and every Thursday night. Good fun little series of open setup racing. These are not fixed setups. These guys build all the stuff themselves, and they put on a pretty good show here. The pace car is going to pull off here. We'll go back to racing lap number 13. You see the field still got 24, make that 23 cars out on track as they'll come back to the green flag with Wilkinson, Murphy, Beckler, Crane, and Brooks your top 5. Everybody trying, oh, more contact and a big wreck. 111, 74 is involved. Oh, this is really big. Oh boy. Meanwhile, Micah Steffen's like, hey, watch this. Big wreck though off of turn 4. And that brings the second caution out. Or that's actually into turn 3, I should say. That is what we call a biggin. That started with the 111 of Brandon Hughes. They're still trying to clear back there, and the pace car doesn't care. He's just going through the field. Let's see what happens here. A lot of cars smoking. It's going to happen. Well, the second Moneymaker Mobile tonight to be involved in a wreck. Brandon was running up in the 5th position. And Kenny Zames there behind him. In the 90 car, he had the 74 right there with him of Adam O'Brien. Oh, he gets loose, or a little contact there. Zames gets into the wall, gets sandwiched. Let's add everybody. Pete Polini's involved. There goes that average finish, unfortunately, and I think Steffen got through that wreck. Kyle Ely going by. Let's, you know who I'm about to ride on board with. Let's watch and see if Mike can get through here. I think he does. This is on board with Michael Steffen. And the wreck's going to there we go. The wreck's going to happen in front of him. Right there. Here it starts. He's probably like, oh, my race is done. I'm done. Oh, a little contact. Yeah, it's not so bad. Works his way through. Get to the pits, get it fixed. He's all good. Here's Michael back on track, so that unfortunately took out a lot of cars as we go back to racing. Lap 21, Wilkinson leading, and there's still smoke everywhere for that wreck. 15 cars on the lead lap after that, and I think you see more contact. Yep, Telder's around. And for the 3rd wreck in a row, a Moneymaker car. Well, let's see what happens to Telder as he comes to the green here in the 02 car. He's got Steffen there on his inside, the 26 behind him there of Tony Quadros. Quadros, so he gets to his inside there, makes contact. Oh, the 74 is getting loose in front there. A bit of a 2-wrecker in 1 of O'Brien getting loose there in the corner. So 3rd caution out of the main event here, already quarter distance in. Next week, going to be the throwback race on the series, as we will go to North Wilkesboro and that classic racetrack. 80-lap feature next week with throwback paints and all. Should be a pretty fun race there. So we'll stay in the state of North Carolina for another week. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, want to mention real quickly, High Impact Entertainment. If you're looking for somebody to DJ a wedding or a special event or something like that, so make sure you contact High Impact Entertainment. DJs, photo booths, and lighting. Of course, they do all the prizes for the hard charger in fast lap time in the main event. You can get more about Carolina's Wedding Wire Couples Choice Award-winning DJ services at highimpactentertainment.com. Brandon Wilkinson going to bring them to the green flag here at lap number 28. He's led them all, or most of them, I should say. He hadn't led them all. The Kyle Crane up to second. Zach Murphy up to third. Ken Zames up to fourth. And Curran Beckler, your top five. Good side-by-side racing here so far. Just trying to get back into a rhythm here. Had a couple cautions here early. This lap, so they fly by so quick. You cannot hesitate. You've got to go. 03 diving it in there on the 78. Moves him up the track. Wenzel saying hello to Mr. Johnson. And that brings Jake Brooks in the 57 up here. Oh, 03 gets a little loose, a little contact. Something tells me Aaron Johnson was not happy with all this. And now the 10's going to get shuffled out. 57 to the inside, right there behind him. As Wilkinson with an 8/10 of a second lead already on the field. And there's the butt kicker mobile, the number 10. They're going to clear the spot there on the outside. Here comes the 71, Daniel Hindre. Oh, and the 78 gets spun around. And caution out again. And wait till I share the story about Hindre here in a second. But Aaron Johnson, I talked about earlier, the top two finishers on average in the series, Pete Polini and Aaron Johnson, they're both have gone up in smoke, unfortunately. Sorry, guys, I think I jinxed you. Let's see what happens to the 78. There's that chain reaction I was talking about earlier. Not sure what that was all about. He gets loose, and I think instead of collecting everybody, he just spun it around there and clobbers the inside wall, and that vehicle is up in smoke, unfortunately. So I was talking about Daniel Hindre here in the 171 as he's actually stopped on track for some reason here. Daniel started this race in the pits and was 3 laps down. And now, see what happens here. I believe he's going to be he probably stopped on the track for a reason. He's going to go back by. So he is on the lead lap now in the 12th position. How about that for a comeback? Hindre doing a good job, and also the man doing a good job is that Bernier's Liquor number 56 of Brandon Wilkinson. He and his teammate Kyle Ely have dominated the first 3 races of the season. They're looking to make it 4 for 4. As Zames gets underneath Kyle Crane here. It's a battle for the 3rd position. It's the other way around, actually. Kyle underneath Ken. Oh, door bang in there. Ken gets pushed up the track. And that's going to allow Curran Beckler into the picture. Here comes the 35 with some contact. Somebody stopped on the apron. Not sure if that's safe or not. Trying on board Nathan Wenzel in the 03. The New England driver here, and trying to see who that car is on the bottom there. It's off the pace. Might be Fontaine, actually. Oh, and down to the inside goes the 03 past Brooks. You see how quick the lap times is clock around, or going around this track at, what, 13 seconds or so? Last time by, the leader, 12:95. So back here, Michaels. The Michaels are battling. Stefan. And Benedetto. The 01 also there. The 01 of Steve Costley. Unfortunately, he is a lap down, I believe. Actually, 2 laps down at 14th. As they're thinking 3 wide here. So 57 fall back a little bit there. Brooks. Benedetto not able to get around him. Stefan running a little bit of a higher lane there, trying to diamond the corners off. As we are 2 laps from halfway already. Field starting to get spread out just a little bit here. Pace car might want to turn its lights off. Wear out the battery if that car's not running. There's your leader already entering lap traffic. Zach Murphy there. That 29 car. It's about 7/10 back. Actually caught that lap car at a bad moment. Plenty of room on the track to let him go by. Kyle Crane there in 3rd. He's got Kenny Zames there behind him. These two had contact a few laps back. So we'll have to keep an eye on this situation here. Let's say hi to Ken Zames. There he is. How calm he is in that car. Look at that body. Everything is turning. Gotta crank that wheel. See some smoke over there off of turn 4 there. Oh, hold on there. Getting a little loose. These cars definitely got some power to them. As Stefan going to go by Benedetto, and Benedetto going to work that high line back. Somebody's got a barbecue in the pits. Somebody give me some brisket. Let's go, boys. Lap 54 in the books. And let's go up here ahead as Nathan Wenzel under attack now as Jake Brooks has come back up to the 03. This happening right behind Ken Byron. See the speeds through the corners here, about 75 to 80 mile an hour. Down the straightaways real quickly, about 115. You see why I call it Little Bristol. Still the battle box is up. Oh, and caution out. Right up here, you see some smoke. And uh-oh. It appears to be the 2nd place car of Zach Murphy. Oh no. Zach started up there in the top 5, was having a fantastic run. Let's see. Comes up on this lap car of the 14, gonna go by him. Peyton Talbot, oh, and he loses the back end. Smacks the back of the wall. And the car's okay. And he tows it, wow. So unfortunate break there as Wenzel comes to pit road. A couple others all coming to pit road here. But that's the 5th caution of the night. 61 laps in the books. Wilkinson has led the most laps in this race, looking for that second win. He won at the Bull Ring 2 weeks ago. Him and Kyle are just pretty much rotating races. Now Kyle Ely, unfortunately, is back in the 16th position. He's still on track, but some 5 laps down in this race. That Wolfpack Motorsports number 7 there. Been involved in some action on the track. Same thing happened to Wilkinson last week, so definitely makes it interesting when you get that penalty there at the beginning of the race to EOL. Makes for some pretty tough strategy there. All right, Wilkinson going to bring it back to the green. Gets hit there in the rear by Zames, but they get going here with 35 laps to go. Oh, here contact and a big wreck. One car disappears. I think he must have had an incident limit, I'm guessing. But caution out again. Because there are incident limits and there are penalties and stuff involved in this. Well, let's see what happens here. Kern Beckler in that 35 gets involved in this one. See 35 holding his own up there on that high side. And he gets turned by the 10. That's the 57 that goes bye-bye. And just a simple, actually wasn't as bad of a wreck as it could be, but Jake Brooks' night is done, unfortunately. So as you see, down to what, eight cars on the lead lap now. Last one being Tony Quadros, who is on pit road there in that Illumio car, taking right side tires and pulling away. His car light's already off, so we'll go back to green with 29 to go. And Wilkinson win his second race. Will somebody come up here and spoil the party? Got a Ryco Motorsports car there on the outside of Kyle Crane, looking to keep that momentum going for that team. But Wilkinson says, see ya. And that's going to bring Ken Zames up here for the second position. Ken won a heat race a little bit ago, and he's looking to win the main event as he takes P2. Back here for fourth, Michael Steffen and Ken Byron. And Curran Beckler back up there at six. Kept his car in the lead lap and has kept it fairly clean. Just got spun around a few minutes ago. And caution out again. And Brandon Pirtle's going around. So seventh caution on the track. Tim battling with the 0-1. Gets to his inside. Decides better of it. Oh, it almost gets ran over from jumping on the brakes there. And 26 gets in the back of him. Just a little lazy spin, no harm, no foul. Other than somebody will get penalized. So again, next week, North Wilkesboro will be on same time, 8 o'clock. We'll go live and get all the settings set up, and then we'll be at the track for practice, and then of course all the heat racing and fun. Also a reminder for other broadcasts, if you want to see, we have the LMCgear.com iRacing IndyCar Series. It got back underway on Monday at Belle Isle, the Detroit Street Course. Next week, they actually are going across the pond to Brands Hatch. Should be an interesting race over there. We'll have that for you Monday night. We'll go live around 7 o'clock, or 6:30 actually, Eastern Time. Oh, these two talking a little bit with each other. Oh. That'll be the schedule for this week. And Wednesday night we'll actually have the Great Lakes Truck Series. We'll have a recruiting race over at Nashville that will be broadcasting also. So that should be a fun one. So there you go. Broadcasting this week. And here comes Wilkinson. Going to bring it back to green. 22 laps to go. Gets a good jump on Zames. Here's Kyle Crane, Ken Byron, Michael Steffen, your top five. Zames, oh, a little bit of a door banger there, and he goes sliding up the track. Going to lose second to Crane. Michael Benedetto trying to get that outside line working. Oh, and the 01 is spun. Steve Costley getting turned around. What happens to the 01 down in turn 1 and 2. He's underneath the 91 car of Fontaine. Oh, and netcode a little bit there with the 9, but then 9 just drives in. Oh, and he's just out of control, unfortunately, from the contact and gets collected around. So just a little impatientness, unfortunately, bringing out the caution. And Michael Steffen has brought the 669 to pit road. And his flannel shirted crew gonna work on that car. So interesting strategy here. So he's gonna give up the 6th spot. He's gonna come out in 9th, but he's gonna have 2 right side tires on the car and see if he can put them to work. All right, pace car going to pull off. 15 laps to go in Rocktoberfest. So we kick off the month of October with iRacing and the Ryko Motorsports Tour Modified Exclusive Series. As we go back to green, Wilkinson kind of having some blinking issues, but he comes back, everything's good. And a good restart brings Ken Zames up to second. Top 4 already single file. The battle back here for 6 now. As Quadro's going to go by. Here comes Steffen with the fresh tires. And what? Zames is not letting Wilkinson get away. As back there, 1 car spin. It's Quadros in the middle of the field. Collects a couple other cars. And that brings the caution out. Let's see what happens to Quadros. I saw him spinning on the towards the inside wall. Off turn 4, everything's good here. Let's see, I wonder if he gets loose on the inside here. I've been seeing that all night. Yep, that's exactly what happens. He gets loose, overcorrects. One car hangs a right, misses. The other car clips him in the rear. I think that's Fontaine that hung a right. Caution out again. Wilkinson keeping that track position, staying out. He's led the majority of laps this evening. Zames, Crane, these guys have been alternating second position each restart pretty much. Ken Byron and Michael Benedetto, your top 5 here. Taking a look at the point standings over here on the screen. The top 5 of the top 6 have been involved in accidents tonight, so this could be a big night for Wilkinson if he can win this race. One car's smoking. I think that's the 14. Put some mosquito repellent out on the track here as we go back to green. Zames tried to get a jump on the start, and Wilkinson got him. And now they're almost 3 wide. A little contact there off of 4. They're turn 2. One of them corners. Stepping back up to 5th with the fresher tires with 6 to go. Zames is on the back of Wilkinson. Can he get him for the win? Will he use the horn? Not the actual horn, but the chrome one. Four to go. Oh, is Benedetto in trouble? Or maybe he's just blinking or something. Either way, I thought he was spinning. 2 laps to go. Wilkinson able to hold his distance. Got 3/10. And then about a second or so back to Kyle Crane to still come around and see the white flag. Final lap at Southern Motorsports Park. Brandon Wilkinson looking to make it 4 for 4 for the team. And he is going to dominate tonight. He's going to smash the field and kick off Rocktoberfest with a win. Brandon Wilkinson, your winner at Southern National Motorsports Park. Kenny Zames finishing second. Kyle Crane, Ken Byron. Tony Quadros comes back to 5th. And I think we had some action on the final lap. Let's go back here because I noticed Michael Steffen finished 10th. Oh, he is spun over here in turn 4. Steffen, oh, Mike makes a pretty bold move there. Unfortunately, gets into the back of the 25. Unfortunately, short track racing there and tough racing. But Brandon Wilkinson definitely showing he had what it takes tonight to win this race as we take a look at the final results from not the heat race. Not heat race 1 real quickly. Let's go over here and hit this button. There we go. Brandon Wilkinson, your winner by 7/10 over Ken Zames. Kyle Crane, Ken Byron, Tony Quadros, your top 5. 6 through 10. Interesting. Peyton Talbot. Peyton started all the way back in 16th. and finishes sixth tonight. Michael Benedetto finishes seventh after that last lap wreck. Kern Beckler, Michael Steffen ninth. Steve Consley comes back to 10th. How about Kyle Ely? Yeah, he's 5 laps down, but you know what? He started shotgun on the field, finishing 11th. Brandon Pirtle, Matthew Telder, Nathan Wenzel, Aaron Johnson, Jake Brooks, Samuel Fontaine, Zach Murphy, Daniel Hindre finishing 19th. Adam O'Brien, Brandon Hughes, Ronald Redmond, Pete Polini. Oh, that's going to hurt the average a little bit. 23rd. Kevin Anderson, Amy Catalano finishing in the 25th position. Now, I could be wrong. I'm just looking at telemetry here, and we'll have to see how this works because I see 2 people gaining 13 spots. And if that's the Hard Charger Award, then Ken Byron went from 17th to 4th, and Steve Costley went 23rd to 10th. So I'm not sure if that's going to be accurate or not, but we'll have to see when it's all said and done. All right, so let's go and get our top finishers, and we'll talk with them here. Here's where I get to figure out where they're hiding at on me. All right. Let's start with our winner of the race, Brandon Wilkinson. Congratulations, sir. Your second win of the season, and very dominant effort. That team of yours seems to have everything, their T's crossed and their just everything working for you.
Yeah, Mark Logan is pretty unreal. The time that he puts in, man, and just the talent he has working on race cars is pretty insane. Him and I have hooked up now for about 3 or 4 years, and it just seems like every car that we unload off the trailer is good. He puts in a lot of time, and no, it definitely shows. I mean, Kyle was fast. Just got wrecked coming through the field like we did last week. It's unfortunate. I hate it for him because he put in just as much time as I did today after work. But no, we'll take it. I mean, Mark prepares really good race cars every week, so I'm just the lucky guy that gets to drive them.
So Ken Zames obviously gave you a really good fight there at the end. Did you feel like you had him pretty much covered? Do you think? Were you kind of backing up to him a little bit, or did you feel the pressure from him and think, okay, I really got to drive this thing?
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to pit there after we got that 35 lap run, but Mark talked me out of it, and we didn't end up coming to pit road, and we obviously we do some weird stuff, but we definitely set our stuff up for longer runs, and those heat cycles definitely tighten the car up pretty good there. So, I mean, if you notice, everybody's usually pretty loose after 20, and we're usually pretty good. So, without saying too much, but we're just a little too tight there at the end with those 3 cautions in a row. That usually does hurt us, but tonight, obviously, we were lucky enough. Didn't hurt us too bad. We were able to kind of keep the tires warm there just enough, and it came in, a couple laps into that run. So
one thing that got brought up, the last few weeks, and something I've noticed, and now it's unfortunately affected your team in a negative way, but I definitely want to bring it up tonight because it's something that's going to get you next week. Winning this race, obviously now you go to the back of the field at North Wilkesboro next week. What kind of mindset does that give you, knowing like a week in advance, okay, I have to start last no matter what this car has?
I mean, it all really falls on Mark at the end of the day, and I trust his judgment. So whatever type of car he wants to give me, I'm just going to drive it. Obviously, you need to be really patient. And I thought I did my job there last week, but just kind of got ran through. So you run that risk. Obviously, you get 20, 30 laps into a run, you get a yellow, and you pass 10 cars, maybe more than that if you're lucky. And then you're right back in the mix of it, and one wrong thing happens, and that's your night. So obviously it sucks. I mean, I hate it, but it's part of it. It's the same for everybody. So I really enjoy running here. So I'm not going to say anything too awful. I mean, they do a really good job here, especially I don't know who was race directing tonight, but they did a really good job, and Michael's really got his stuff together. So we're obviously really thankful for to have a good place to come run. Open tour modified competition. That's really all that matters.
Well, Brandon, great job tonight. Second win of the season, and a lot of your points battlers there. I know it's early. Had trouble tonight, so going to extend that lead tonight as we go to North Wilkesboro next week. Send some shout outs whoever you'd like to.
Yeah, I mean the point steal is cool, but we're just going to show up and win races this year, and I I couldn't do it, obviously, like I said, without my crew chief, Mark Logan. He puts in countless hours. I mean, the guy's not the youngest guy on the block, and he gets on every day and tries to make my race cars fast, and does a pretty damn good job of it. So, I want to thank him, Kyle Ely, everybody at Wolfpack Motorsports is doing an awesome job. Everybody at the posse for hanging out with me and believing in me, but more importantly, Wolfpack here on the modified side and everything open setup wise. Mark does an awesome job, and he's really committed to me. My sponsors, Burner Ears Liquors. Peter's one of the greatest guys in the world, and I'm not sure why he likes to watch me race, but he does. So I got to thank him for sure. Everybody at Epic Media, Trent Goodrow Designs for the awesome paint scheme, Rocket Performance, Racecars Engineering, and I mean, we went and got our ass kicked last night in a super late model. So it's definitely good. And to come back home and in a car that I know and get back to victory lane, we definitely don't take this for granted.
Well, you got people watching you because they like watching you because you do a good job. So nice job, Brandon. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Thank you guys for the broadcast. Appreciate
Absolutely. No problem. Brandon Wilkinson, your winner. Let's go here and talk to Mr. Zames there, Ken. Nice job there. Second place finish tonight. Got to ask the obvious questions. You have anything for Brandon?
I don't think so. Probably P2 tonight. I had a little right front damage on the car. Scraped the wall a little bit earlier. Trying to avoid the wreck there, but now P2 is pretty good. I mean, Brandon's one of the best, so finishing P2 to him is a pretty good night.
Not to mention a positive night on your end. I mean, you win a heat race, which got you into the finals, so you had to start 12th and worked your way through. And as you mentioned, you got kind of squeezed into the wall there on that one caution, but still to fight back and have a good fight with you and Kyle there. It seemed like every caution you two were just alternating second position, and seemed to work out your way in the end.
Yeah, it's tough to restart on the outside. Inside's the place to be, but yeah, in the final one there, I lucked out actually. It worked out, but I say he rubbed me up a couple times there, so I made it tough too. But it's good racing. I say P2 tonight.
Yeah, it's short track racing. I mean, not everybody's going to be happy at times, right?
Nah, I guess that's the way it goes. I passed him clean, a couple times, but it's the way it goes. I guess. Like I said, it's good to get P2. I guess.
You did a great job tonight, Ken. Good finish for you, and you go on to North Wilkesboro next week and carry some momentum. And who knows, maybe you could break up this Wolfpack Motorsports dominant start and get yourself a win in that 90 car.
Yeah, we'll try. I think this is actually the first race we finished. I'm always getting caught up in wrecks and everything, so just good to finish the race here, But yeah, that's why I thank my Zeems Racing team, and I want to thank my APCAR Esports teammates and Ryko Motorsports. I want to thank them for everything they do.
Did I just hear you say Zeems?
Yeah, Zeems Racing.
Nah, I've been getting your name wrong for 2.5 weeks. All right, very nice on my part. I'm just like, wait a minute.
Who am I to you?
Hey, nah, I'm not nobody. I'm just here to get the names right.
No. Yeah, like, how are you pronouncing it? Like, how are you saying it?
So I guess I'm kind of close. Zames?
Oh, that's close. You say it with a little accent, so it's all right. You put a little twist to it,
Yeah. Well, you're from New York. Let's talk accents. But no,
you make it sound more fancy. So.
Hey, I like that. But hey,
all good.
Nice job, Ken. Hey, great job tonight. Send shout outs whoever you like to. I know you sent some, but go ahead and send some more.
What's that?
Send some more shout outs whoever you like to.
That's pretty much it. It's like I said, Zeems Racing, my son and I, and my APCAR Esports teammates, everybody over there, and like I said, Ryko Motorsports, they'll help us out a ton, so we appreciate it.
Hey, great job, sir. Appreciate it, and we'll see you next week in North Wilkesboro.
All right, sounds good. Take it easy.
You too, buddy. Ken
Yep.
Zeems, I've learned tonight. I learned a new pronunciation. Woohoo! I'm proud of myself. All right, Kenny Zeems. That's who that is. So let's go down here to Ryko Motorsports and up here. I didn't get it. I'm trying. Give me a second. I'm going to put them there. It's one of those things where I got to move them to one channel just to get them to my channel to be able to talk to them. It's Kyle Crane. joins us in the 33 car. Kyle finishing third this evening. I say 33. You got 33 on your name. You're actually in the 94 car. Who's counting? Third place run for you.
Yeah, got lucky and stayed ahead of all the carnage tonight.
Yeah, you worked your way up through the field there. Started third, finished third. So you were the one that was able to keep the track position most of the night. Had some good fighting going on with you and Ken there for the second position, and some great racing all over the track.
Yeah, that was fun racing with Ken. I thought it was going to come down to who had the inside on the last restart there, but unfortunately, I misjudged that last restart and fell back a little bit there. So, but it was still fun.
So unfortunately tonight, your teammates there, Paul or Pete and Aaron, obviously they were running well throughout the season. They had tough luck tonight, so you're able to keep the Ryko Motorsports banner up there in the front. That's got to make you feel proud.
Yeah, definitely a great team to race for. Got a lot of good guys, fast setups. We all work real well together. It's definitely unfortunate for Pete and Aaron. They were both pretty fast, so they'll be back though.
Well, you go to North Wilkesboro next week, a track that is relatively new on the iRacing. I've actually never watched a Tour modified car go around that track, so it should be interesting with the flat and the hills, I guess we'll call it there, of North Carolina as you go down the hill on the back straightaway, up the hill in the front straightaway. That should be pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. We're gonna have to get to work on a setup there because, like you said, I don't know that anybody's ran the tours there, so it'll be and next week should be fun
Well,
for everybody.
yeah, right? Well, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head of a website maybe somebody can go to if they want to open setup. Let's see, where can they go?
Definitely check out Ryko-motorsports.com.
There it is. The setup in the alley-oop for Kyle Crane. Nice job. Send a shout out whoever you like to.
Got to thank Ken Byron, Ryko Motorsports, Butt Kicker, and Sim Speed Shop.
There you go. Well, nice job, Kyle. Congratulations, and we will see you next week.
Thanks.
All right, Kyle Crane finishing in the third position tonight. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us this evening. Appreciate, of course, Ryko Motorsports. If you are looking for an open setup or looking for paints, you can always go to Ryko Motorsports or Ryko-motorsports.com to check out the paints there for or the paints. Not only that, but also setups for the series and stuff like that that you could use on any track. So make sure you check that out again. Ryko-motorsports.com, and also High Impact Entertainment. If you're looking for a wedding DJ or any kind of DJ, photo booths and lighting and so much more, they give out hard charger and fast lap time awards each and every week. Check out Carolina's Wedding Wire Couples Choice Award winning DJ services at highimpactentertainment.com. So just kind of evaluating. Of course, this is all unofficial. Biggest gainers of the race I see here are Ken Byron, looks like 27th to 3rd, or let me back up, 17th to 4th, and then Steve Costley 23rd to 10th. And then fastest lap time of the race, I have a guess on who it is, but I just want to make sure it's official. Yes, actually by 2/100ths of a second, Brandon Wilkinson gets the fastest lap award this evening. So there you go. There's your notes for tonight. Again, appreciate all the viewers watching us this evening. I'm going to take off and I'm going to go run this dirt race with the guys because I like that fun with them. So I'm going to sign off, and we will see you next Thursday night at North Wilkesboro Speedway. If you want to see an old school track, come check out the tour mods at that track. But again, thanks to Ryko Motorsports, thanks to the Short Track Super League, and we will see you next week. As always, if somebody gets mad at you and says, "Hey man, relax, it's a game," tell them, "Nope, it's iRacing." See ya.